Here's a quick guide for one of my favorite weapons, the Fenmore in 2025. The Fenmore is another brute force weapon that I absolutely love, and goes from something like a pea shooter to like that pea shooter Gatling gun in Plants vs. Zombies. And the minute I got a hold of a minigun, I basically knew this is gonna be the gun I love. So if you couldn't tell, this weapon is a single target monster, capable of taking down steel path bosses, max level cap enemies, and it even helped me get my Goss accolade glyph, of which I wasn't able to record. I'm not going to talk too much about what the stats are since there's really only 3 things we need to worry about, that being status, damage, and lowering our crit chance. And if you already know the Fenmore, then you probably already know where this is going. I'll show you the Incarnon form at the near end of the build, and I'm going to show you the mod selection first. Hope you like it. Alright, so here's the build, and I'm going to go ahead and quickly skim through everything and let you see what the mods are. It's not too complicated where this is going, especially if you knew what Fenmore is. So apparently Galvanized Aptitude is multiplicative somewhere here, but I don't believe that's actually true, or at least I don't know personally. Either way, it gives a lot of status chance, so I'm not complaining. I've decided to opt for Malignant Force and Thermite rounds for the extra 60% status chance, because I mean we don't really need any more damage. We could prefer more status chance than anything. Now there's a lot of different ways you could go about building Fenmore, but for status wise I would recommend Heat and Corrosive, Vile Acceleration for fire rate, and a little bit less damage, but it doesn't matter because this thing already has 2000% damage. And there's a couple different ways you could go about this, especially if you don't have a Riven, and I think you can keep Heavy Caliber if you don't have a Riven. You can put High Voltage, you can put Bane mods, which, you know, we all love Bane mods. I actually don't, that's why I don't really bother want to try that at all. But my go-to would be the High Voltage and the Riven setup, or Heavy Caliber and High Voltage if you don't have a Riven. What you should be aiming for on your Riven for Fenmore is probably going to be a negative crit chance, damage, status chance, and fire rate, or anything that you like, really. I'm currently fine with this. As for the Incarnon form, I'll show you the evolutions: Devouring Attrition, Elemental Excess of course, Ready Retaliation, Void's Guidance, especially if you're using the first loadout. If you're using the second loadout, you can probably use Rapid Wrath. Other than that, that's the Fenmore. I hope you enjoy the build, subscribe if you like it, and I love you.